Hi there, it's Robert Bruce Anderson, and this video today is on all about images. There's a lot to do with images or be told about images, so if at some point I haven't covered it all, I will stop and do a part 2, part 3, whatever it takes. First up, let me state something that is so vital that if you do not listen to this, then you need to go back to your day job and whatever it is, keep doing that. Stop trying to do a website if you don't listen to this. And that advice is this: your images must always be correctly optimized, as small as possible, and yet still look good on your website so that your website loads fast. Your website speed, or the loading speed of your website, will hugely affect how well ranked you are inside of the search engine result pages in Google. So firstly, for that, your hosting is important. You need to have a high-speed hosting, SSD perhaps, or if you've got shared hosting, don't choose the cheap and nasties. Get a decent one. There are links for the hosting inside of my toolkit. Okay, then the next thing is there are image sizes, and if an image is too big and you put that on your website, it'll load it slowly and it'll silly. So there's a few things. You need to firstly find the right images, and then you need to resize them before you use them so that it loads fast. Okay, now we get to the find the right images. Obviously, it makes sense that the look, the impact, the judge a book by its cover look of your website is hugely affected by your written content, the topic itself, and your images that relate to it. If you want to keep people interested on your website, you've got to make your images stunning. People must look at it and say, oh, this is so beautiful, even if it's just a picture of a power tool. Make it the best picture of that power tool. It's about marketing your product, marketing your blog, whatever it is, it's about marketing. So I say that you should pay for the core images on your website, 10 of them. If you go and buy 10 perfect images, and then you can take those 10 images into a GIMP or Photoshop. GIMP is free, Photoshop is not, and you can crop them and resize them and put them with frames and create. Sorry about the birds, guys. I can't ask them to not do this. They just don't listen to me. You can give each of those images a workover so that you get, 3 or 4 times the images out of your original purchased ones. Okay, so and obviously those core images you'd use for your Facebook page and your cover for your Facebook business and for your Google Plus page and for your YouTube channel. You would reuse them over and over again. Your banners, your logos, your headers, it's all part of the whole branding thing. So images are very, very important for that. For now, this is more about how to find images and how to upload them, technically speaking, this video. So, and perhaps resizing them a bit. So, if you feel that you need to get more details on this, you need to go to my website, which is Small Business Opportunities. Let me just move this for a second. It's not even open anywhere here. And click on the Facebook button. Let's just try this. It should take you to my Facebook page, Small Business Online, and there join the group. Click like, join, and comment. Comments will be seen, and you will be able to get some kind of activity from that. Okay. So that's a way to say to me, Rob, please go into more if you want that. Okay. All right, let's just go back to the toolkit. In this toolkit, if you just scroll down to graphics and images, click on it. There's firstly a free image plugin, which will show you how, if you install it as a plugin, it will, and as of yet, I don't yet have a video for it. I do plan to make one. So if you can't find it on my website, again, go to the Facebook group, make a comment, and I'll find the link. And if I haven't made it, then I'll make it for you. Basically, it uses the Google free images that you are allowed to use, and you can get to choose them literally and post it straight away onto any one of your postal pages. Okay, then there's the website where you can resize your images, and there's a plugin that works with that too, which I do have set on my website. It limits you a bit if it's the free, and if it's the paid one, no problem. And then where to find some free images. Obviously, you can just search Google free images and you will find stuff. Okay, we're on 5 minutes already, so let me go straight to how to find some images. If you were going to do, let's say it's my subject for this training, WordPress itself. Really? Bad computer. You'd go straight to images. You're not allowed to just help yourself of these. You can be sued up to $10,000. Just take care. Click on search tools. It'll drop down to usage right, and click on label for reuse. And now these are ones you can use. So you simply just always right click, open in a new tab, right click, open in a new tab. The few that I want. Sure, that's enough. Well, that's WordPress with a fighter pilot or something. Okay, so that's it. Then, because I presume I'm allowed to reuse them, I simply just click view image, view image, view image. By the way, the size of the images, if you planned it to be a full page on your website, this one's not going to work because it's a little small. So you need to bear that in mind. Don't think you can download a small image and then put it into a full size thing across. Whereas this one would work just great as a full width header. But all they've done, by the way, is taken a little WordPress logo and put it onto a Photoshop. I presume these are the colors. I'm not sure. Rainbow colors. So yeah, you could do that. Okay, so I'm going to now, what I do though is just save image as, and I title it with a keyword that relates to my keywords. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause this and just save these. I'll be back in a second. Okay, cool. It's done. I've got these in a folder here. I've started a WordPress training thing, which will soon have 50 videos in here too. But for now, I've just put in here WordPress images, and these are the ones I've just saved. Okay, so I really don't need this one twice. And I'm going to now upload it onto my site. So I go to, by the way, on the website, if you go to plugins, you can see that I have, it's open on there now. I've got the Tiny Png plugin, which I've already added and activated. And if you go to settings, it will allow you to do some free here. Where does it tell me? Somewhere here. Here we go. With these settings, you can compress at least 55 images for free every month. So if you're adding an image a day, you'll be fine on the free one. If you're really busy with your site, that's cool too. Okay, so now you click on Media Library and Add New. Okay, it's going to open up to where you can either select files and let it search for your folders, or you can use my preferred method where you just drag and drop it over. They will all load. By the way, you should have, I did mention it, given the words correct keywords that are going to rank your images. How to have your images rank correctly involves you listing them correctly on your website. It's just a small little SEO detail that you need to do for every single one. So for example, if I click edit on here, this is this image. So it's called WordPress image from website. Obviously it's not a really good keyword for me, but you've got to do it correct. So let's say I would put it under WordPress tutorial in images. WordPress doesn't even like my version of spelling WordPress. Alternative text, I would use, I'm a little lazy with that. I would use the same text. And then down here, you literally need to write a proper description. And in fact, let me do it 1 second. I'm going to pause this and write it. Okay, so I've put a little bit, the longer the story is, by the way, the better off your SEO is going to be. So you'd basically do that. And then here you basically update it and your image will be correctly optimized. Okay, so we're at 10 minutes. it's probably enough at this point for me to just leave this as uploading, and from now on the next tutorial will be how to add images, etc., and work with them inside of your website, but that'll be part of the content addition. So just to recap, let's go back to the library. While you guys weren't looking, I went through my collection of graphics and loaded a bunch of stuff that I might or might not be able to use in showing you how to do this. So it's things like add to cart buttons and Facebook buttons and background things for images and arrows where necessary, and a whole pile of cool icons that came with Divi, I think. My Divi theme, so there's a lot of those if you look, and in fact it should go even more, and all of these images were added so that I'll be able to work with and use them as icons and things, and then a couple of random images, and at the very beginning I started with some backgrounds. Way back 4 videos ago, or however long ago, I made you one with the logo and the avatar, which if you look is up here and working just fine. Okay, so now that I've got enough images to be able to show you how to add content and add images, I repeat, you need to know that they're all correctly done. And that's it. So I will now close this video and go ahead and make one where I now take content that I've written and will use it and actually start to produce pages. Cool. Thanks. Cheers.